Well, g'day there. Lovely to have you on. Lovely to have you on,
Oh, it's
Tony.
your show,
No,
is
it's
it?
not my show. It's not mine. I'm used. That's the thing. I'm used to this stuff.
It's
Yin and
great to have
yang.
you on my show.
Lovely to be a guest
It's
on.
great to be a
It's
team.
lovely to be
Love
a team.
you.
We've thought about it for a while. Well, we said how we gonna get it kicked off, but I like just jumping on and chatting. We do things very differently,
We
as
do.
and that's the whole point of this show
No
today.
planning with Ricky.
Yin and yang, or what is it planned up here? Yin and yang is our concept. Mostly it came about because obviously we've been together for, well, yeah, 15 years together as a couple, but in a business sense that long as well. And that's the way it is. And then you've got your own business, and we both are just so passionate about helping people in a genuine and empathetic way. And I guess we've got our own stuff we deal with every day, and there's a workaround effect there. You always continue to work on each other and ourselves, and we help each other. And I think the yin and yang comes from many different variants. But when you hear the term yin and yang, am I saying it right? How does what comes to mind when you hear that? And have you got anything to add to what I just had a chat about there?
Yeah, well, I feel that, the way that this has come together, also just wanted to add, is because of what we have gone through internally. And I think that's just so special because we just get it on so many levels. We get people that go through lots of different things. And um, we just got this passion just to keep sharing and keep helping. And it truly comes from within and from our journey. And I think, there's so many layers of the journey, but where we're at now, it's sort of like we're at the same sort of layer. And that's where this yin and yang, or however you want to say it, kind of has come about, because we can now see that we work so well together because we are so yin and yang. And I think, like for me, everything is yin and yang. So you've got the shadow and you've got the light, and north and west. Is that even
Or north and south,
nonsense?
either either. North and west is a good
Stop
it's a
it.
good 45.
I just wanted to make everyone laugh.
Yeah, no, it's a good 45 kick. It's a little 45 action. And
I
north and
knew when I was saying it was
south
no,
would
like,
be the
north was
one
like never eat.
I would have never eat soggy wheat bix is the one. But that's so true. And I guess people, and again, it's never about, well, it's never about what others say or think, and perception is never reality at times. So people would probably look at us and think that anyway. But from a different perspective, yin and yang, like if they don't know us, obviously people that know us know better, but that I would probably be more always pushing and force and aggression and that, which is not the case. It has to be at times, but very much not the case. And you're like obviously calm. It is your brand, and you do flow, and you're all quiet and really every single word is purposeful, but in different facets of life, which, like you said, we've worked through each other's stuff, and we've been together for a long time and helped each other, but also in the household every day and these kind of things. And so the yin and yang means many different things as well. And that's the thing. So it's not just that easy to assume. And I think people in society assume things, and that's the easy option. And I guess what this is about is just continuing to go deep, and we have deep conversations every day, whether it's together or with the people we work with or friends, good friends and that. So I think it's a pretty obvious answer just to get on here and have a chat. And I've got no doubt it's going to help a lot of people, and people will be able to relate, absolutely relate, but also just hopefully help people live a little bit lighter and easier.
And maybe identifying where the yin and the yang is in their life, because I think it's an awareness thing. And I think up until now, I think now we've got this other highlight on our daily moments, and it's not easy. Like everything that we do, the yin and the calmness, it's a everyday work in progress. And I think it's more of an embodiment as you go along the journey. But I think it's really cool to identify where the yin and the yang is, because there might be a bit too much yang, which may be just like going for it, got to tick the boxes, and you don't think that you need the yin, or you go on a holiday after you've just been going, and then you get sick. And that's why, because you haven't like incorporated just the the nervous system resets in the daily. And with the yang or the yang as well, it's the daily. You've got to keep that going as well. Anyway, it's just, there's so much to unpack and it's so exciting.
It is. And that's the thing, like you said about on the daily. And I think the last, or pretty much since COVID in particular, we're not going to go there today, but we've really nutted down on the daily. And I think that's really important. Our whole thing was always, with all our businesses, was always about helping people adhere to exercise, because the major and mindfulness and mindset stuff. So movement, mindset, mindfulness, and I guess the motivation was another throwaway word. But the other three, because that's about then that is the continuity of everything, of all those things, is when you're happiest, you're most sound, you're most efficient, you're most sharp, productive, clear, and you're the best version of you. So if any of those things, the movement, mindset, or mindfulness is a bit off, and you say, it'll be okay, I'll catch up next week, and then you keep pushing the other barrow, the yang or either either, it's 100% correct. And I know the 100-Day Heroes has been a huge focus, and I've seen the difference with the people who've done 4 blocks, 400 days, new humans, and it speaks for me as well, and yourself.
Well, I love how it was created, because literally you were probably at rock bottom at that start of the 100-Day Heroes, and you actually created it for yourself because you needed to be accountable and get up every day, and you showed up for everyone for 100 days straight. And it's massive, Ricky, and you've grown so much from there, and then doing it 4 times, and the struggles that you have to go through on a daily basis that is just on top of everything and it's just testament to you that how much you hold, and that's why you are so understanding of people, and you just get it. He's just so easy to talk to, and he just gets it. And yeah, I just love the 100-Day Heroes so much because it's birthed from that, and it's just so authentic and pure, and it's going to help so many people. Everyone just needs it. It just is a baseline, isn't it? And
that's good.
Yeah.
And I thank you first, and obviously yourself as well in that huge factor in all that. But I do agree. Like, I think it is because of that, and the way you talk about stuff, the purity of it is genuine, and every kind of thing we've ever done's come from a place of love and care. But this one in particular, it's because it's so multifaceted. It actually, the changes are coming before people even realize they're going. It's like, holy crap. And that's what I'm loving about for me as well. And obviously I have a book that isn't far from being finished that I've had on the to-do. Like, I just sort of a lot of great stuff I want to share and easy ways to articulate. And because I say it every day in a coaching aspect, I feel like I'm just saying it every day anyway. So this book's been on the go for 10 years, but the last 6 months I've been able to lock in clarity and do it. And it's just coming out. Stuff I would have spoken about for 20 years in with people, but I don't. Again, we're not going to talk about this today, but I'm not a big one for jumping on and talking on social network and that. So this is a great way for me to get my stuff out, and it's a really great place to be in. But again, it's the daily continuity and the daily showing up, the daily reps that are building our concrete base, and that's the key.
Yeah, and I think I was thinking the other day about the yin and the yang, and knowing, and that whole knowing what is what. And what came to me was that children's book of We're Going on a Bear Hunt. I know, I'm very random. And it's
where are we going here?
Where, you just got to go through it. You just got to go through it. And sometimes you can see what it is, long grass, whatever.
Now I know what you need.
Yep. Sometimes you can't. And it just, or it might just be a feeling. And there's no way out. Like, as much as you can just push it to the side, all the goals, all the things that you want to do in life, push it to the side, whatever. It's that showing up every day and just getting it into a state of that it just flows and you've embodied it. And now it's not even a thing. It's just a way of life. And then it's lighter, and then you can explode and be better. And
that's a great point. I think when people hear that and we hear, so when we show up every day, quote unquote, or do the work, quote unquote, I think people here that maybe have been forcing for so long, and just always looking at achievement or at status as their indicator, that all they hear is, oh, that's just more work.
Yeah.
But
Or
what we
too much of a goal. It's more like the tinier things that
the
are going
tiny
to
things are the
make
wins,
the
but no, but the
change.
showing up, quote unquote, and the doing the work internally, quote unquote, is we aim and we do make it easy. And that's the thing. It's got to be attainable and sustainable. And if you go to work like this on an easy, sustainable way, 'cause it's got to be attainable, then it actually makes everything in life easier. And that's the thing. So if you are at the moment, and no doubt you might be listening to this going, well, I'm status driven, I'm achievement driven, I'm a numbers, finance driven, weight on the scale driven.
And that's good too.
That's great,
yeah.
but you can't be used and then you're putting yourself eventually always coming up last
Too
and
much
tired.
young.
So I need to really but again, it's only got to be 5 minutes, 3 minutes, or 15 minutes in the daily magics. We're talking 100 days, but it's really simple. But what it is, it's compounding. It doesn't add up; it compounds. It's way better than adding up, and that's the key, I think. So if you're thinking that, just remember that we can make it, and you can make it very, 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 very easy and simple.
And then, I think just in general with the yin and the yang, if you look at it as well as a bigger picture of happiness in life, of what do I want out of life, and sometimes you feel like it is achieving all the things, but really, if you can live. If you're happy every day, if you're going to work and you're happy and you're not hating life, like there's always a way, and it's like, it's just identifying, not just saying go out and quit your job, although a lot of people in 100 Day Heroes have. But it's, it's really, it's saying we're not here for a long time. We're here for, a good time. And what are we doing? Like, are we working so hard that we buy the next best thing? And one of the things that really helped me on and years ago, probably when we first started going out in the business, was minimalism. And for me, it's not just decluttering the house, which is also amazing and organized, but it's everything in your life. So it's literally just getting rid of all the crap and honing in on what matters. And I think that's such a great metaphor for life. And that's also what 100 Day Heroes is as well. It's really just identifying it, but supporting you and helping you show up every day to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a very good point. And I think when you say about this one life and whatever you believe about entities, and we could be 15 times over, I've got no
I
doubt.
can't wait to get into those episodes.
That won't be today, but the spirituality stuff, it's really powerful.
Wait for that one.
But if you heard what Shelly said then about we're here not for a long time necessarily, look at it, we are finite. But when she said good time, if you're like I used to be, you might have heard that and thought, yeah, bloody hell. So go hard and go harder again. So hard at training, hard at work, hard on the weekend. Yeah. So but that's not what she's talking about. She's talking about being calm and happy and settled and content every single day. Contentment and gratitude, but contentment and actually living your authentic self. That is true. That is true currency. And what happens after that is all the good stuff comes. It just comes, just starts flowing. So contentment and authenticity and happiness are the keys. And that's what I heard then. But I would have heard a few years ago.
Absolutely.
For the first 38, 40 years of my life would have been, I'm going hard. I'm going hard. That's why I'm doing it. But I was never happy.
Yeah, that's what you thought. You might have a peak of happiness, but it's that roller coaster.
Yeah, and it's really
peak of happiness, and then it's that roller coaster.
Yeah, the roller coaster is real. So that's really important stuff. I love that. Yes, that you did. The minimalisation. And look, I loved it always. The fact we've got to go to the tip every 6 weeks, that's the dump. For those overseas is humorous.
Don't know how we have that much stuff.
Nah, neither. My old man can't believe it. He goes, how? I said, it's good, but it is free. But as Shell said, it does calm. And there's the old saying, Shelley said, look, if it obviously means something to you, or if you're not using it, then you get rid of it. But as far as the clutter, if you go into a room and everything's cluttery and over,
you can feel it.
You can feel it,
and
it
the
does,
energy of it.
and it's a real thing.
Yeah,
no doubt you might be feeling that right now. Another thing about the home, and you've done this brilliantly over the last, well, I've been with you 15 odd years, but we've got three kids, and obviously we all live together. And there's a million things. There's no doubt families would be listening to this and nodding their heads with all the
Mm.
millions of sports and school stuff and own stuff. And we've always had our own business and always rushing around the pets, and everything's just there. So, I've
It's a
watched,
bit crazy.
I've watched from first I've watched from afar, not afar, but a close bit up close but afar, the way you've dealt with my stepson, our oldest boy, and then obviously with the younger ones as well. So do you want to have a quick, I guess, succinct, or you don't have to succinct, you can go as long as you want because this could go for fucking 3 hours about
Yeah,
how you've worked.
I think it's a whole nother
It is
episode.
clear. Oh, you could do an episode. But when I come, like say I've been at work or I come down the stairs or I get back in at 7 a.m. and the joint's vibing, like the speakers are on, you're dancing and singing. That actually happens every day. Soul's singing. Vader's obviously just hugging the cat and chilling out. It's not always like that, but most of the time it is. But it's taken Shelley, and again, you do the work, repeat, 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 and never ever just assume that it's gonna um, roll out on a red carpet because it never does. So, what is your take? I know you had a really good chat yesterday about um, different kids, different individuals. We've got three, and every single one is so different. So,
Mm.
I guess, is there anything that I guess you can
Yeah.
touch on in that space?
Yeah, I suppose the whole journey of, the last 15 years of just trying to feel lighter in my own self has come to this point, and to this point of the yin and yang, and to the point of, if you want to use the term neurodivergent, um, all coming to surface. And I think it's like a thing for us that we've worked through the last 18 months, that we've both um been down that road, and the kids. And so we have a house full of neurodivergent minds, and it can be very dysregulated, and on the surface sometimes feels very like on edge, and because everyone's going through their own things at different times. So I think now, knowing that, it feels like amazing, because I can put these practices in that I've created, not knowing it, just out of desperation.
Intuition, desperation. I think,
Tuition.
well, it's a lot more
Yeah.
than the last 18 months for like Levi. So you went
Yeah.
down a journey that when he was 4, that no
Yeah.
one would have the courage to go down normally because you knew something wasn't right. And you were getting the meltdowns and the episodes at home, and you were living with every second, every day. So you were on edge every second of every day. He was 4 years old, gets diagnosed at 4.5. And that was a journey in itself back
Mm.
then, especially. I'm not sure if you want to speak to that or.
Yeah, no, it's just all part of the journey. And then, I always struggled with anxiety and depression, and just thought that was a normal. And then having to sort of then deal with other people that you're responsible for, that you're just constantly in fight or flight mode. And then I got sick, and then it's just the whole unraveling of what I needed to do, and I had to heal from within and work out what I needed from within. I had to heal my nervous system so that then I can be strong, because the kids, what they need, or what my kids need, is to come home and unleash, and for me to just, they need to take some of my um regulated nervous system, basically, like a battery. Like, they use you as a battery, they dump everything on you. And so if you're not like super strong, and it takes a bit to build that, but it's just, it really, that harmonizes the house. But all the things in the home, the music, and it's like the calmness that I've created, it's for the home, but also when you go out of the home, if you're feeling that dysregulation, they've got the tools to come back to. um but then within the calm, there's also different types of calm. And I really believe that joy and having fun is a type of calm. Because if you're out there dancing and you don't have a worry in the world, that beautiful feeling, like, that's calm. And I feel like it needs to be all different types. Can be, yeah, you can do your serious kind of meditations and get into that beautiful state, but then the calmness can come from other things. So yeah, and we all love the cat, and
The cat and the dog.
The cat and the dog. We
Dogs.
love the dog
The
too.
dog.
The cat.
I love Gypsy. The dog. She's so beautiful. But I'm on air at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and she's barking away.
Had to open the door 20 times today.
She's a nutcase, but I love
We
her.
love her.
We never change. I used to say never change. Just give her a big.
They want another one. They want another Aussie Shepherd.
I definitely do. I want to just hug 4 of them. But it's really true. And we've all got, the thing is, I guess, I've spoken not much about this, but myself, from the outside, never really would have wanted people to know, or definitely haven't portrayed it. And um, the book I've just finished, it's not a memoir or bio by any stretch of the imagination. It's for you guys to listen and read and hopefully take a lot out of it. But I do mention it very, very fleetingly. OCD since the age of 8, and heavily OCD, and then ADHD diagnosed 2 or 3 years ago. Not a great mix of those two. And then you're living with that your whole life, and then trying to portray, I guess, what the outside world is seeing of athlete, coach, and then partying non-stop. So, and I know you're extremely similar, apart from the OCD, obviously, but very similar in a lot of ways growing up. And then we come together, and that, I guess, raising 3 kids, and it was kind of, you did it intuitively. You went and studied and I also did it intuitively in a different way, and we kind of come together to try to make the best of ourselves, so we could be better for the kids. I guess that's how it's come to be.
Yeah, I think another episode on just OCD would be amazing. You know, it gets thrown around that, oh, you got OCD if you're unorganized, doing everything in order, and that's fine, because what you don't know, you don't know. You know, not everyone knows everything, and until you actually live with someone or know someone that has it, you probably don't really understand it, and that's fine too. But it's a really hard, probably one of the worst things.
I think because I'm just not that way inclined to. I never want to be.
But you've always had it, so you're used to it.
Yeah, I am. I never want to come from a place of lack, but it's very debilitating. So if you are listening to this and it's definitely not the thing. I've obviously had it in the background, like a bit of a background thing my whole life. And combined with the ADHD, it's horrendous, really, and it's only just been sorted out the last 2 years. So
it's so good that you can now look at it with the ADHD, because I think that has helped your.
It's helped me 1,000,000%. Yeah,
what you're doing, with every day.
Because it just enables me to be clear, a bit clearer without, those horrendous feelings per se. But we could definitely do a chat on it, because I know people would think very differently about what it is. And again, I don't make a habit of doing this, but I understand we're here to help, and it's a really cool thing.
It's also one of those things that's really hard to talk about, but I think it's really important too, because you can sort of see we know a lot more now in this day and age, and you know, even just the kids coming through, and I just really believe in the early intervention with anything is the best, and a safe space and a community of people that just get it, I think, is really important. And that hasn't, the people that have really helped me as a partner help everything is Penny Moody, which is Hugh Vander.
Good luck saying his name.
Last name. His
Resilience Project.
Yeah, and she has a podcast. It's Not What You Think, and her and her friend, they both have OCD, and it's been amazing to listen to. So if that's something that is new to you in your life or something, I recommend definitely.
That's a very good call.
Yeah, listening to that.
I think with all the stuff, everything these days, we are very lucky we live in this time. And I know people would argue that it's a lot going on and it's hard and this and that with finance or whatever. But no, we are very lucky to live in this time where we've got so much information at our fingertips. But the most important thing, like I think I said 20, 30 minutes ago, is about the continuity of doing it, and just little micro doses every day,
100%.
Regularity over intensity. So regularity, not just trying to, I'm going to look after my mind and soul and body for 90 minutes once a week. No, it's a regularity.
Absolutely.
And I've always preached that, but I was probably going too hard in too many aspects of my life, whereas I feel like the last 12 to 18 months is a really nice balance, and
Yeah.
it
So
certainly can
you've
be
always been
most
so
things
with
yourself.
with the movement, but having that mindset in as well, like doing it the exact same way with the mindset in at the same time as the
Mindfulness as well, been a big
mindfulness.
one for me,
Yep.
huge. But yeah, no, it's been good. So, look, all we can do is be ourselves in life, and I think if you're not being yourself, I think the most obvious thing in life for most people, I think people that are pretty evolved, again, I think we've done a lot of evolution the last 2 decades, and probably you would have always felt it in your gut if you listen to this anyway. People that are inauthentic, and there's nothing worse in life, and um, it's you feel sorry for them almost. It's almost like it's a repellent. I've just I think, man, you've always tried to just be ourselves anyway, because it's the easiest way to be. Even when we're struggling, you try to put a mask on, but it's you still be yourself. Whereas now, to unmask, we just be ourselves
Mm.
in the
Look
most
out.
authentic fashion. Yeah, look out, absolutely. I feel
I'm
like
gonna be skateboarding daily.
you'll be doing ollies and fucking kick flips, and I'll be getting booted off
Mum
the
on the
mic.
skate.
Oh, it'll be just Shelly. I introduced it accidentally. I'm
No fun.
sorry. Yeah, tell you what, I'm gonna get no.
On my show,
Shell. Why do I say Yang? Is Yang like a bogan or something? Like,
No,
is
I
it
think
Young?
it says Yong.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, each their own, whatever. I
struggle.
say both actually.
Once I
Yin
say
and yang,
something,
mate.
I
I think you
really
need to say mate at the end of yang.
yeah, I really do struggle to, when I've said something once, I struggle to unsay
Yeah.
it. But anyway, is there anything else you want to cover off today?
No, I think
Yin.
it's a
Can I
nice.
call you Yin? You're the Yin?
Yeah.
I'm the
Do
Yang.
you think?
Yin's the chill, yeah? Yin's the chill, Young's the,
It's just it doesn't necessarily mean chill.
I'm
It's
being,
just
see, I'm
it's
being generalizing.
repetition. Yeah.
Okay.
We can go. That's a whole nother episode. Yeah.
We've got
Lots of episodes
lots
in
of
the studio,
content.
really.
Well, I'll tell you what, we could pick an episode per day, but no, we've got lots to talk about, but all in a good way. And I know that it's going to help many, many, many people, even if it just puts a few light bulbs off in people's
Yeah,
heads and go,
yeah.
oh, okay.
And I also feel that, yeah, we just both have such a burning desire to help. Like it's just in us. Like we can't not. Like I just want to make everyone
It's the
chill and calm and happy. And you're the same. Like
It's the easiest way
and
to do it.
successful.
Talking like this is probably, look, we obviously do it as a business, our heroes and the like, and runners.
Yeah,
I don't want to even, but this is the easiest way to help
yeah,
without becoming frustrated.
yeah. And I think if there's anything that anyone, wants to talk about, I really want to hear as well, parts of anything related to this at all.
Yeah, well, if you think you can relate to anything of the small pit, in small way that we spoke about today, if you're living in a yin yang relationship, which one are you, and all these kind of things, just yell out. Believe me, we're not here to be um, fake or superficial. It's all just warts and all, just real shits.
Yeah.
We encourage all that as well. So, now, seeing as this is not my show, because you're named first, you can do the outro then.
Oh, it's not yang. It's never yang and
Well,
yin.
you can definitely do the outro then.
So thanks everybody. I'm so good at this because it's so natural. Thanks for putting me on the spot. Now I love it. Can't wait to do more. And also I might even get into some ASMR. We're going to get really authentic. Might start doing some meditations and ASMR.
We might have a link to that.
Yeah,
Do it.
that might be on
You
my
don't want to be
website.
driving,
No,
listening to
maybe
the
not.
podcast, and then all of a sudden you're going, "Gee, they're going to put you to sleep." No, it's beautiful stuff. That kind of stuff. But not. We can do a little link. Again, I'm taking over, but I'll refrain from taking
You
over.
probably need to take over at this point because
No, we can't be doing that shit.
you got to be good at this is the young
You
bit.
got to know when you stay. You let the bakers bake and let the cobblers cobble. And I'll be cobbling. I'm going to sign us off here. Have a
We're
beautiful
gonna
day.
go on a bear hunt.
We are, because you've got to go through it. And that's a good analogy. I did not have a fucking clue where you were going there, but now I
You
get it.
never do.
Hey, we're going right through it. And I tell you what, remember that. Go through it, but not in a forceful way. Flow, not force. There's a time and a place for force, but flow in life. And never forget, you need a bit of yin and a bit of yang in every single day.